Hi everyone, welcome to another mat class. Get your mat ready and maybe some water, and let's get started. Today we'll start on our hands and knees. So bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Relax your feet. We have a small space in the lower part of our spine. And let's start with cat-cow. So round your spine up. Tuck the pubic bone into the ceiling, push the tailbone back, and come up. Good. Continue the cat-cow. Really pushing into the hands to round the spine nicely. Good. We have 3 more. Two more. And last one. Beautiful. All right, let's warm up that mid back of ours. So take your one hand, glide it out, and just focus on turning your spine, but without turning your hips out. And then go to the other side. Glide your hand across the floor as you open it to the ceiling. Hips pointing forward. Good. And just keep going from side to side. Really focusing on rotating that mid-spine, and your head can follow, but just really keeping our hips. So we don't want to bring our hips out. Okay? Don't hold your breath. Good. One more on each side. Good. Last one on this side. And come back to center. Good. Let's add on to that. So as we come out, just open everything out and look up towards the ceiling. And then come back into that quad position, and other side. So here you can open everything. We're just waking up the body. Good. One more on each side. Good. Keeping the belly pulled in. And back to center. Good. Realigning those wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Good. I have that small divot in the lower part of my back. Good. Being nice and stable in the torso, just lift one arm behind you. Keep the wrist in line with the hand, and then bring it back down. Switch sides. Good. Really warming up the shoulders, getting some nice shoulder stability here. Good. We're not doing too many of these. Just bring the arms straight back and come down. Really just warming up that shoulder rolling in the socket. One more on this side. And come back down. Good. Just come and sit back on your heels. Just take a quick break off those wrists. Good. Let's do some bent knee hip circles to warm up our hips. Okay, so let's take our leg up and bend it. Your sole of your foot is pointed to the ceiling, and just make a circle. So back to the side, to the front, and back around. Good. If your wrists are cranky, you can double up your mat. Good. And reverse that direction. So come out to the side, back and around. Good. A nice little warm-up sequence here. Your body should be getting warm. Good. And come back down. Good. Let's go to the other side. Bring that leg up. Flex the foot so your heel is pointing as much as you can towards the ceiling. Good. Bring the knee out, down, around. So you're just making circles with your knee. Good. And other direction. So bring the knee in, circle around to the back and in. And last one. Good. All right. Again, take a little break off those wrists. All right. Come up to kneeling, so belly is pulled in, and take the hands, lace the fingers behind the head, and then just sit back down on your heels. Good, and use your legs to bring you up and tuck the pelvis or tuck the bum in, and then come down. We're just doing 5 more. Come up and down. Really push the head into your hands. Good. And come down. Don't hold your breath. 2 more. And last one. Good. And come back down. Excellent. Okay. So we're still going to be in our kneeling position. Actually, let's come to our kneeling. Let's come to kneeling. Okay, so we're kneeling. I want you to bring those arms up and around and go into child's pose. Feel the stretch. Come up to cow. Good. And then tuck your toes and come back up. Stretch your legs. Down dog. Don't worry about straightening your legs as much. Good. Come back to cow. Good. And then push yourself into child's pose. Good. A little bit quicker. Good. Come up to kneeling. Circle the arms up and forward. Come into child's pose. Push yourself up into cow. Tuck the toes. Push yourself into down dog. Feel the stretch. Come back into cow. Good. When you come back into cow, really flatten the tops of your feet. Good. And then push yourself into child's pose. Good. A few more. Let's go a little bit quicker. So coming up to kneeling, arms circle round, child's pose, into cow, tuck the toes, down dog, feel the stretch, come back to cow, and then push yourself into child's pose. One more, come up to kneeling, circle the arms, forward, child's pose, to cow. Good. Tuck the toes, down dog. And then come back to cow. And then child's pose. Beautiful. All right. Body should be nice and warmed up. Let's get started down onto our mat. So let's come to sitting on our mat. Soles of our feet are flat on our mat, and just hands behind your knees and gently roll your spine down. Good. Bring those feet in. Pelvis is nice and level, so if you're just getting started with Pilates, we're going to do some pelvic tilts. If you know how to do them, just start doing your pelvic tilts. So rolling your pelvis towards your breastbone and then rolling it away. Good. Rolling towards your breastbone and rolling it away. Good. So I place my hands on my hip bones sometimes just to see and feel the movement. How does my pelvis move? Good. Adding your breath. Good. Coming back to center. Good. Hands on hips if you need to. Pelvic tilts. Lift one side of your pelvis up towards the ceiling and then placing it back down. And the other side. Good. Very small movement, would even be hard for you maybe to see how I'm moving. But essentially, as one side of your hip lifts up, the other one stays on the mat. Okay, imagine your pelvis working like a seesaw. So one side lifts up, other side goes down. Good. They get easier the more you practice. Good. Coming back to center, let's add those two movements together for some pelvic circles. Rolling your pelvis down towards the mat and then picking a side. So I'm going to have my right side go down and my left side lifts up, and I make circles with my pelvis. Good. It's meant to feel weird at first until you get the hang of it. Good. And try to keep your knees nice and stable. And try to circle the other direction. Good. Beautiful. All right. Come back to center. Adjust yourself on the mat so you have space above you and beside you for your arms. All right. Bring your arms up overhead and bring them down by your ears. And then bring them down towards the mat. Good. Let's talk about our neutral pelvis. Pelvis is imprinted in the mat, but you'll often hear me say, can I fit a small grape under the lower part of your back? Good. So we have that little divot in our back where our pelvis is nice and heavy. Good. Bring the arms back. I don't want your ribs to flare or pop out. So if this is where you go and your ribs start popping out, stop there. If you can go all the way back and your ribs can stay grounded in the mat, do that. Okay, 2 more. Good, and last one. Good, bring the palms up, or arms up over your chest, palms together, rolling onto one shoulder. Good. Rolling back to center and rolling on the other shoulder. Good. Knees are pointed forward. Pelvis and hips are level and they're not moving. I'm just moving from the waist up. Really getting a nice rotation, more rotation in our mid-spine. Add your breath. Exhale as you go to one side and inhale back to center. Good, excellent. Last one is we place our arms down by our side, bring them out to about 45 degrees, palms facing the ceiling, and bring your arms up as if you're doing a snow angel. Good, really feeling that shoulder roll in the socket. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good. So in Pilates, we do stuff in our neutral. So let's find that neutral pelvis again. So I want you to take your pelvis and roll it towards your breastbone, and then roll it away, and then come in between those 2 points where I can fit that small grape under the lower part of your back. Good. Arms are reaching down by your side. Let's do some hip folds. Fold your leg up to tabletop and then place it down. Fold the other leg and place it down. Good. Adding your breath. Exhale, lift. Inhale to go back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. As you lift, can you think about pulling the belly button to your spine? Good, really activating the abdominals in this exercise. Turning them on for the rest of the class. Good, 1 more. Good. Next time you fold in, extend the leg, come back to center and down. Fold, extend, back to center and down. One more on each side. Good. And back to center. Good. Fold that leg in and extend it. Good. And here I just want you to point your toe and flex your foot. Point your toe and flex. Good. And circle the ankles. Circle the foot so you're getting a nice movement in your ankle, often ignored, and circle the other direction. Good, and bring that foot down. Other leg comes up to tabletop. Extend it. Good, here we go. Let's just point and flex. Point and flex. Good, if your leg is not super straight, that's okay. And circle the foot around so we get some movement and mobility in our ankles. And the other direction. Good, bring that knee back in and place it back down. Good, all right, let's do some circles. So keeping one leg bent on the mat, that's your supporting leg, bring the other leg up to tabletop. Good, extend the leg as much as you can. If it's a little bit bent, that's okay. All right, what I want you to focus on is that small grape, is it there? Okay, so if I bring my leg up and I tuck my pelvis, I'm flattening that grape. Okay, so point the toe, cross over the midline, down, around, and up. We're not doing big circles here. Cross over the midline, down, around, and up. Level pelvis. Good. Trying to keep that supporting knee from not moving. Good, circle out, reverse the direction, down, around, and up. Circle out, down, around, and up. Good, two more. And the last one. Good, bring the foot in, lower the leg, other leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring that leg up to tabletop. Extend the leg, feel the length. Point the toe, cross over the midline, down, around, and up. Good, and we're keeping the circle small because as we get better with Pilates, then you can do big circles. But if I tell everyone to start with big circles, your hips are going to be moving all over the place. And that's what we don't want. Good. Really engage the abdominals here. Cross over. Did we reverse? Let's reverse. Out, down, around, and up. Out, down, around, and up. Two more. And last one. Excellent. Good. Bring that leg in, lower to the mat, take your feet wide, and just sway them side to side. Good. All right, take your hands, lace your fingers, place them behind your head, and let's get ready for some abdominal curls. All right, inhale, exhale, curl up and down. You should be able to see your elbows in your peripheral vision. Curl and down. Five, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, come up and hold it. Holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come down. Adding on to that, as we do our ab curl, we're going to bring our leg up to tabletop. Okay, so ab curl and lift that leg up. Let's get ready. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Lift one leg to tabletop. Place it down. Uncurl. Switch. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can either stick with that or you can do toe taps. So toe taps is we curl up, we bring both legs to tabletop, and we toe tap down like that. Okay? Otherwise, you can just curl up and just bring your leg up. Okay? So if you feel it in your lower back, I recommend just doing what we were just doing. Okay? All right. Curl up. Bring one leg to tabletop and the other comes to meet it. And tap down for 8, 7, abdominals tight, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. One leg comes down, other leg comes down. Uncurl, take your feet wide, and just sway them side to side. Good. Bring your feet together. Arms can come out to about a 45 or A-frame arms, as I like to call them. Good. Just open one knee to the side and then bring that leg back up. So your feet are together. So glue those legs and feet together and open to the other side. Good. Opens our hips. But what it also does is we have to use our abdominals to bring that leg back in and use those inner thighs. Good, and one more on this side, and then come back up. Okay, you can stick with this, or bring those legs up to tabletop, glue them together, and then open one knee to the side and bring it back in. All right, you're welcome to join me. Bring those legs up to tabletop. Open a knee to the side. Use your inner thighs and abdominals to bring it back to center. Other side. Good. Excellent. One more on each side. You should be feeling this. And one more. And come back in. Good. Lower the right leg and lower the left leg. Take your feet wide to your mat and just windshield wiper them back and forth. Good. One last thing we'll do in this series for our abs. All right. Lace those fingers and let the weight of your head fall heavy in them. Place them behind your head. Okay? All right. Come up into your ab curl. Good. And I want you to reach behind your legs. Good. Pull yourself up a little bit higher, keeping the height in that ab curl. Bring the arms back to your head and then uncurl. All right, Inhale. Exhale. Come up. Reach those arms. Pull yourself up a little bit more. Extend the arms. Reach, keeping that height back behind your head. And then come down. Curl up. Good. Do a reach. Pull yourself up more. Reach those arms. Really keeping the height in that ab curl so you can really get the benefit of pulling yourself up and then when your arms come back, okay? I know, these are not easy, but let's do a few more. Exhale, come up. Good, reach behind the legs. Good, pull yourself up. Reach those arms to your knees and then bring them behind and down. And one more. Curl up. You got this. Behind your knees, pull up, reach the arms, bring them behind the head, and uncurl. Excellent. Bring those knees into chest just to round out that spine and feel a nice release in your abdominals. Good. All right. Let's do some shoulder bridges, okay? So you've probably done these in other classes, and it's no different in Pilates, we just add on to it. So your feet are hip distance apart, ground those feet into the mat, arms are reaching long. Inhale, exhale through your mouth, and push up into a bridge. Good, and come back down. Good, push up, and then come down. Good. Continue pushing into the feet and hands as you come up and come down. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Pay attention to what your hips are doing as you come up. Nice level hips. Knees are pointing forward. Good. Two more. Good. Last one. Come up and hold it. Holding for 6, 5, nice open chest and collarbone, 3, 2, and 1. Lower a little bit and press up. Lower. And last one. Good, and come back down. Good. You can just sway your legs side to side. Do whatever you need to feel good. Good. All right. Let's do some obliques while we're here. Good. Bring your one shoulder to the opposite knee. And then come back down and curl. Good. Just an oblique curl. So bring the shoulder to the opposite knee. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back down. Good. All right. Adding on to our bridge. Take an inhale. Exhale, push up into that bridge. Hips are nice and open. Good. Lift the right heel off the mat. Place it back down. And lift the left. And place it down. Good. Continue just lifting the heel. While you're up here, pay attention to what your hips are doing. You can place your hands on your hips. Is your pelvis, are your hip bones nice and level, or is one side lifting up? Good. One more on each side. And then come down. Good. Hinge at the hips and come down. Take your feet wide and sway them side to side. So bridges in Pilates are really good for opening up your hips, really getting a nice stretch in your quads when you come up into those bridges. Good. Again, you need some space behind you for this next one. Okay, so take an inhale, exhale, come up to your bridge, bring the arms up over down behind your head, and then as you bring your arms up, you lower your bridge. Good. Push up into your bridge, arms come up overhead, and then come back down. I need to scooch down a little bit more. Good. And come down. Good. Adding on. As you come down and your arms come down, curl up. And then bring them back and your bridge comes up. Good. And come up. Arms go back. I come up with my bridge and curling up. 2 more. Good. It's just a nice little sequence to get some abdominal work in. Last one. Arms go back, come up. Good. Excellent. And come down. Good. I need to scooch myself down a little bit more. Good. All right, let's do the 100. Okay, so the 100 in Pilates, and we're just going to split it up. So we inhale through our nose for 5 counts, and we exhale for 5 counts. Okay, so inhale, exhale, curl up. Good. And start pumping those arms. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And uncurl. Excellent. Good. All right. Let's take your legs nice and long and let's do a few roll-ups. So again, you need lots of space behind you. Flex those feet. Flex those feet. You can take your legs apart a bit and I'll demonstrate a roll-up. So arms up over chest and we can continue the roll-up and reach over those toes, and then we come back to tall sitting and we roll our pelvis back and come back down. Okay, these are not easy. If it's your first go at them, I'll show you a modification. Take an inhale, exhale, just bring your arms up over chest and just do this curl. Okay, because what I don't want you to do is shoot yourself up and your legs are lifting. Okay? So you go as far as you can without compromising your lower back. All right, take an inhale, exhale, arms up over chest. As you continue to roll up, reach over those toes. Good. Restack your spine and then roll back on your pelvis and come down. Good. Let's do one more. Arms up over chest. Good. If this is where you are at, great. This is what we work towards, doing a full roll up. Good. Really scoop the belly in as you roll back down. Good. All right. Let's go on to our side. Okay. So making sure you have lots of room in front of you. So hips are stacked. My feet are towards the front of my mat and I'm more towards the back corner. Okay. So you can just be in this position on your elbow. Your bottom waistline is lifted. You can't see that it's lifted, but it's there. It's lifted. Good. Other hand comes in front. Good. Lift your leg and lower down. Good. Just lift it to hip height and lower back down. I even sometimes put my hand there so I don't go lifting super high. Okay, so lift and lower. Lift and lower. Belly is pulled in. Good. Lift and lower. Good. Next time you lift, just hold your leg up, flex the foot, and point. Flex and point. Good. Good. If this is uncomfortable for your bottom hip, you can bend your bottom leg, and that's fine. Why don't we just bend our bottom leg? Good. All right. Let's do some circles. So the important thing with circles is I'm not rotating back on my hip here. Good. Point the toe as you make circles. Thinking about length and really circling around. Good. For 3, 2, and 1, other direction. Good. Keep the abdominals. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that leg down and just bring it in. All right. Bring that leg out. Again, hips are stacked, bottom leg can be bent. Flex the foot. As you bring it a little bit in front of you, point the toe as you bring it behind you. Flex the foot as you bring it forward. Point as you bring it behind. Good. Two more. Good. And last one. Good. And bring it back down. Good. Bring the legs in. Good. And you can stay in the same position. And all I want you to do is open your knee and then place it back down. These are called clams. Open and down. For 8, 7, 4 more. 2, and 1. Good. All right. While our knees are bent like this, hover the leg to hip height. Good. And now do circles with your knee. Okay. Just small circles. You should really be feeling it in your glutes. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Good. Keep that bottom leg bent. Top leg goes out. Externally rotate. So now I want you to rotate your leg out so your thigh is kind of pointing to the ceiling, and just kick up and down. For 6, 5, belly tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that leg down. Excellent. Okay. Coming down onto your arm, your ear to your arm. Good. Taking your hands actually and lacing them behind you, like behind your head, sorry. And then as you bring your knee in, like pull your knee to the front, I want you to open to the other side. And then as you close, bring the foot behind you. So open, bring that knee in, this should feel good. And then close and bring the leg behind. And last one. Good. Coming back in. Good. Push yourself up. And let's go to the other side. All right. So make sure you have room. Okay, so my feet are to the front of my mat and I'm more at the back. Good. Letting your head rest in your hand. Good. Bend that bottom leg. Hips are stacked. Good. And just lift the leg up to hip height and lower back down. Good. Lengthen and lift. Good. Remember, you can put that hand here so you're not lifting too high. Lift and lower. Lift. 2, and last one, come up. Good. Hips are still stacked, and we'll flex the foot and point. Flex and point. Good. Flex and point. Good. Again, bringing just awareness to our feet, which are often neglected. Good. And bring it down. Good. Taking a small little rest. Good. Let's do our circles. All right. Bring that leg up, point the toe, and make small circles. Good. Keep the belly pulled in. Sorry. Bend that bottom leg. You can do it with straight legs as well, but I think we had it bent on the other side, so if you want it straight, you can have it straight. Good. Make nice circles. And then circle the other direction. Good. So Pilates is about stability and control. We don't move fast through exercises. But we get lots of good benefit by getting quality movements as opposed to just really fast movements. And then come back down. Good. Let's do our side kick. Bring that foot up, flex the foot as you bring it forward, and point as you bring it behind. Good. Flex as you bring it forward, and point as you bring it behind. Flex forward, and go as forward as you can without compromising. So if I come forward like this and I'm really shortening my waist here, that's too far. Okay, so I'm just bringing it a little bit in front of me and then pointing and then pushing it back, keeping my hips stacked. Last one. Good. And bring it down. Excellent. Good. Bring those legs in for our clam. So my belly is tight. Hand can be on the hip. Open and close. Lots of variations of these. These are the first variation, I would say. And they burn. Good. Especially if you don't do them for a long time, you really start to feel it in your bum and your hips. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. All right, let's do some kicks. So take the top leg, turn it out. Good. And kick up and lower back down. Kick as high as you want to with only moving waist down. Good. For 4. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Come back down. Good. All right. Legs are reaching long. Take your hands behind your head. Good. And you can bend that bottom leg a little bit. And as you come in, bend that knee in and, open. And then bring that knee forward. And then leg goes back as you close. Good. Knee comes forward, open, and then come back. And one more time, open, bring that knee forward, and then come back. Good. All right. Last thing, so you come back into that position. Good. Bend both knees. Top leg comes up. Last thing, if you're burning like me, this will be our last thing on our side. Good. Circle around. Good. Just circle the knee and the other direction. Excellent. Good. Push yourself up, and let's quickly do a few things back on our hands and knees before we cool down. Come to hands and knees. Good. And let's just release those hips and do a few cat-cows. And then come back to neutral. Good. And let's reach one arm forward, stay on the mat, and one leg back, stay on the mat. And then bring it back in. Good. Reach one arm. Good. And just stay on the mat for these next few. Use the abdominals to really keep those hips square to the mat. Okay, now let's get ready to lift those limbs. Okay, so make sure you have room in front of you. All right, and reach opposite arm, opposite leg, and then bring it back in. Good. Reach. Good. So really trying for my arms to reach, but my hips aren't turning out. Good. Use the belly to really keep you supported and stable, and push into those opposite supporting ones that are on the mat. So I'm pushing into opposite arm, opposite leg, and then I'm taking off. Good. One more on each side. Come back in, and one more on the other side. Good. And come back in. Excellent. Push yourself into child's pose. Good. Separate those knees. Big toes are touching. Bring the forehead down to the mat if you wish. And just feel that stretch. Breathing into the areas of the body where you're feeling sore, or where you need good. Good. All right, let's go on to our backs for some cool down. So coming towards the end of your mat, good. And bringing your hands behind your knees as you come down. Good. Let's just start with bringing one knee in and straightening the other leg out. Good, feeling a nice stretch for your hips. Inhaling through your nose, and nice big exhale through your mouth. Good. You can switch legs, so bring the other one in. I like to bend the knee so I can get a nice, pull that leg in, and then when I feel like I have a good stretch, I like to extend my leg out. Good. Take your arms out to the side, bring one leg over, just cross it over your body, and just feel that stretch. And then do the other side, make sure you have room. Good. Remember, you can add in any stretches or anything that you like at the end of class. Good. Coming back, extending your arms, extending your legs, nice and long. Feeling a nice big stretch. Inhale. Good. Let everything melt to the mat as you bring your arms down by your side, palms facing the ceiling. Letting everything relax. Continuing to inhale and exhale. Really relaxing into the mat, melting every body part into the mat. Just being still. You can lie here, or you can turn over onto your side as if you were getting out of bed. Rest here for a moment. And then push yourself up to a seated position. You can go cross-legged and just roll your shoulders back and roll them forward. Good. Bring your arms out to the side. Take an inhale. Bring the arms up. Good. Exhale. Push the air away. Good. One more. Great. I hope you had a good class. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.